In our national lead, as the U.S. federal government shutdown stretches on to 7 days, we're seeing an air traffic issue taking a hit. In just about 15 minutes, the air traffic control tower responsible for flights in and out of Nashville's airport is going to close for 5 hours due to a staffing shortage. Towers for other major airports, including Chicago's O'Hare, one of the busiest in the nation, are also dealing with staffing issues. Let's bring in Nick Daniels. He's president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. So, Nick, last night, the control tower at the Burbank Airport in California also went completely dark. Right before the tower shut down, they told pilots this.
Just getting the headset on. You said everything's closed for our clearances? The clearance is closed, ground's closed, local's closed. The tower is closed due to staffing. So you just contact SoCal on the 800 number in the green book for your clearance.
So pilots were told to call a number, then to navigate to a page in the Green Book. It seems like a lot for a pilot trying to take off or land a plane. Is that also what's going to happen Nashville tonight, and is it safe?
Well, good evening, Jake. I appreciate you having me and the ability to communicate this to the American flying public. It's absolutely safe. There's been over 1,000 occurrences this year alone of having to declare what we call ATC zero at a facility. Whether that's due to staffing, whether it's due to equipment, is where we go to alternate procedures, where you heard them talk about Southern California TRACON. Those amazing individuals work through the situation, ensure the safe landing of every aircraft going in and out of there, so much so that Southwest Airlines thanked them for the amazing service they got. Unfortunately, this is the system that we have, critically understaffed with unreliable equipment. We're unfortunately used to having to deal with issues just like this.
But it's getting worse because of the shutdown, right?
No, it's not getting worse because of the shutdown. It's finally getting highlighted, and it's now a center of attention. It's the front page news of what the amazing air traffic controllers deal with day in and day out. Mm-hmm. They deal with going to a shift that is critically short, and one or two people, they may lose their medical clearance because they had to take a prescription medication or somebody got sick. We have to do things just like this, combine up airspace and put more of a burden on the air traffic controllers that already exist today.
So if the shutdown stretches into next week, air traffic controllers will receive their last partial paycheck next Tuesday. That does mean that thousands of controllers will be working without pay. The job requires money to put gas into your car to get to work or to hire a sitter to watch your kid. If people can't afford to get to work, they might call out sick. Here's what the Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, had to say about that. Take a listen.
Have we had a slight tick up in sick calls? Yes, but our priorities are safety. And so if we have additional sick calls, we will reduce the flow consistent with a rate that's safe for the American people.
It was this very issue that ended the 35-day government shutdown back in 2019. Do you think the outcome might be the same this time around?
Well, that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure is clear to the American people. Air traffic controllers don't start a shutdown, and we don't end a shutdown. Politicians are the ones that start the shutdown, and they're the only ones that have the ability to end the shutdown. Air traffic controllers are going to do everything they can to show up to duty, save people's lives, and do the job that we do day in and day out. Now, when we're put in a situation, and as this continues on, and people have to start making human choices of, do I put food on the table? Do I take care of my kids? Am I a single parent? We all work shifts. And having to pay for that as well, the bills don't stop. And just because we're going to get paid back eventually doesn't mean that it makes it easier on them. So air traffic controllers are going to go to their primary job, but then they'll start having to take up a second job to ensure they have a steady stream of income. And we know the American people don't want to see that, and that's why the shutdown has to end today before it becomes to measures just like that.
All right, Nick Daniels, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Here's now is the panel.